The last couple of days I've been making videos. They're pretty short, a lot of facts, not a lot of flavor. Just kind of how my personality is naturally. My wife would tell you that I have to work to give details. But there's two things that I want to say that are important to this house. The first one is that I decided to add a second rail to the stairs. That was not my original plan. And the reason is because I've been going up and down the stairs so much, and going up the stairs and then going up the ladder and then going down the ladder and then going down the stairs. And I've been, it's physically demanding on me. Not because of my age, not necessarily because of my build, but because of some knee problems that I have. I broke my kneecap several years ago. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. Most of the time it doesn't affect me at all. The only time it really does affect me is whenever I have to sit down for long periods of time, or when I have to go up and down stairs or ladders. And man, it's been killing me. I'm actually sitting in this chair leaning back with my leg out straight. That's why I'm sitting like this. But it's just gonna be a part of my life. It has been for 11 years now, and it's not gonna change. So I figured the second rail might help me in the future. My mom also said thank you because it would help them right now. So I appreciate that too. And I got the railing secured today. Didn't have any problems with the first railing. Second railing, 2 screws broke off in 2 different brackets. I was so very angry. But I bought a screw extractor kit at Home Depot, and it didn't work that well. But I got it to work enough that I got those 2 screws out and got it secure. So I'm thankful for that. That's why we have 2 railings. The other thing that I wanted to share is that, actually I don't want to share it, but I'm going to, because I think it's important to the story of this house and why we're doing it. But I personally have been in at least hundreds, probably more than 1,000 different houses throughout my career, everything. And some of those houses were modest. Some of them were downright shanties. Some of them were just a guesstimate, $7.5 million plus houses, and many, many houses that were over $1 million. But in all of the houses that I've ever walked in, Parade of Homes, friends' houses, houses that we were working on, cabins, whatever, Airbnbs even. Of all the houses I've been in, there was only one where I was jealous. And that's why I didn't want to tell this story. I was jealous of this one house in particular. And if you saw the house, you'd probably say, how could you be jealous of that house? It was not a nice house. It wasn't a shack. It was on the verge of being a shack whenever these people bought it. There were some friends of ours, some friends of mine and my ex-wife. And I don't want to say who they are because I'm still friends with them, or I would say that I'm friends with them. but they were in college at Tech, and they bought this house, owner finance. I think it was $20,000 or $17,500 or some ridiculous amount of money, and paid it off and fixed it up, and it was a pretty nice house. By the time they were done with it, it was pretty small, but it was mortgage free. And that house, like I said, it was nothing special. But I saw them on vacation on Facebook. I saw them doing things. And that was like 15 years ago. So for 15 years, even before I owned a house at all, I've been thinking about this. And sometimes, dreams can happen overnight. Sometimes you win the lottery, or you get the dream job, or you get the dream girl, or whatever the story may be. And sometimes you have to wait 15 years. Sometimes you have to wait 50 years. We're almost there. We're like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away. It's kind of freaked me out whenever I looked at the calendar. We have to be out of our apartment by June the 10th. And I was like, uh-oh. But things are moving along, and the house will be ready to move in. Not everything will be done, and that's okay. It's part of the dream. I had some leftover poplar style. So this is I just cut these on the table saw. This is 3/8, and I just banded them all. And it covered up the beautiful molding. Made this look a lot nicer, I think. And this is a lot harder than MDF, so somebody bumping into it or whatever, maybe it won't dent. I fixed and attached the railing. Talk about that in another part of the video. Amanda wants to add some more of these, so I'm gonna order some more. I do too. I want to be able to swing down there, you know what I mean? I added these shelves on the side of the fridge cabinet. They have this bar here, and there's a lip right there. Amanda wanted to put in hand towels or something like that, so that's what that's for. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I've mentioned that I'm scared of heights, okay? It's not that I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of falling from heights, okay? In my younger days, before I had the knee problems that I have now, my whole job was driving and climbing ladders. 20-foot chemical tanks rocking back and forth in the wind, jumping from one to another. You can ask my friend Raymond Hughes. It's not something I'm making up. It's not that I'm scared of heights. It's that I'm barely stable on the ground. So it scares me a little bit whenever I have to go and do something like that. You know what I mean?